Very good morning. My name is Alok Srivastava and I welcome you once again. It's really cold here. Okay. I welcome you once again to Network Nuts YouTube channel, and we are again going to enhance our skills more on Terraform. So Terraform, if you are viewing our Terraform series, so we had started with the first video of installing the Terraform, what exactly the Terraform is. We had learned quite a bit about that in the first video, and we had created an instance. And in the second video, I'll be sharing the link. In the second video, we had learned about how to create a web server using the Terraform, and this is what the code is. There's the same code. So if I open this file again, so before opening the file, let me tell you what we are going to do in this video. We are going to create an elastic IP or attach an elastic IP with that particular instance, because if it is a server, it is supposed to be using an elastic IP and is not to be running on a dynamic IP, so that in case of a shut down and starting the machine, in case we need to do that, we are not losing the IP address, right? So elastic IP is required, so that we are going to do. And then the second objective will be, we will be attaching a EBS volume, and we'll be seeing how I can attach it and use it with my instance. And finally, I'm going to explain you about the graph feature of Terraform. Amazing feature, and that is going to help you a lot if you are facing some issues, and will help you in troubleshooting. So let's guys get started. It's chilling here in Delhi, but it's good to have. So winter is coming, or I can say winter is back. Okay, so let's open up the file, the same file which we had used in the previous. So this is what we had already done. We had created a security group, we had created an instance and attach it. Now let's move ahead, so I can write here. So first thing we are going to do is that we are going to create attach a elastic IP, right, to my instance, and my instance name is Hello Terra, right? So here in my case, my instance name is Hello Terra, so I'm going to attach an elastic IP to this. So let's start rolling. So the first thing is that let's create some space here, and my EC2 instance ends here. So it's very good to write here, say instance code ends here, and then we'll write here, say assigning EIP to our instance. Now here the resource type which we are going to use is that AWS EIP, elastic IP. So those who are aware of the benefit of the EIPs, I need not to explain. Okay, give it a name. So I can give any name. So let me see what's the name of my instance. It is Hello Terra. So let me give Hello Terra EIP, right? So I give here Hello Terra EIP. It can be anything, whatever you wish. Perfect. Now what? If we need to use the instance, which particular instance I intend to attach it with. Right, so my instance is the same instance, so I will be using the referring it with this. So it is AWS underscore instance dot hello hyphen terra dot id. So this this Hello Terra name should be the same name of the instance. Let me show this. It should be the same name, this name, right? And whatever the ID Amazon allotted, so that will be used. Okay, then I can use a tag if you wish. Tags are good. It's help us in understanding where it is attaching or whatever. So I say Hello Terra EIP. So whenever I see the dashboard, I'll be able to understand. Close the tag here and ends the resource here. So this is how you will be attaching a elastic IP to a particular instance. The only thing guys you need to remember this is that this is the resource type dot the name of the resource dot id. Perfect. So I can safely write here EIP code ends here, right? Now we will be attaching, the second objective is we will be attaching, creating a EBS volume and then attaching it with my instance. That is the second thing. So let's create EBS volume and attach with our instance. So it's a two-step process. The step one is I need to create a volume. So the resource type is AWS. Obviously it will always start with AWS and EBS volume, right? Name can be anything, so I can call it a data wall or whatever, it doesn't matter, right? Now which availability zone, this is important. If you have your concepts right, so we need to make sure that the availability zone of the instance should be the same as the availability zone of the resource. So I can copy this line from here. I'm using the Vim, so I can do escape YY from here, availability zone, so that goes in the same availability zone. This is mandatory, so paste it here. That's the wonderful thing. So that should be in the same AZ where our resource is, right? And obviously I need to specify the size goes in GB, so I'm specifying 1. That's just for the sake of this. You can change the size if you wish. And again, our old trusted beautiful tags coming up here. So name can be anything. I say data volume, that's the name of the volume, the tag ends here, and the resource I close here. But this has only created the volume, it hadn't attached it with my instance. So the second step is I need to use another resource type. Resource, shall I make more space here? I think that's good. Yeah, perfect guys, perfect. AWS underscore, it will always start with this. Now the resource name is volume attachment, and then give it any name. I say hello Terra, because I'm going to attach it with that wall. Feel free to use any name. It can be your girlfriend name or your boyfriend name, your dog name, or a cat name, no problem. So device, now this is important. Device is the name by which it will be appearing in my instance. So I call it say dev SDC. Feel free to use your SDD or SDB, but need to make sure that that device should not be already attached to it, right? To that instance. Perfect. Now the volume ID is another important part. Which volume ID I intend to attach? This one. This is the volume ID, right? So again, I'll be using my references. So I call it AWS underscore EBS. No, look, the step is simple. Just use this dot name dot ID. That's all. So AWS underscore EBS underscore volume dot I say data hyphen vol dot ID. Whatever is the ID of this, get it from there. So this volume ID is going to be attached, and with which instance? So there, the last thing I need to do is that instance ID. So again, I use it AWS underscore instance dot ins, sorry, dot, what's the name of my instance? Hello Terra, right? Hello hyphen Terra dot ID. So whatever the name you choose, just need to make sure that this should correspond to the name of your instance, the resource name, right? So this is our Terraform file. We are getting it now. Once it is done and everything is right, close it. That's it. So I can safely write here EBS code ends here, save and come out, job done. I can use a Terraform validate. Perfect, seems good to me. Now if I run this, apply this, let me open my dashboard also. I go to my AWS console, click on it, you know how to do it. I will highly recommend anyone who is viewing it for the first time, please go through the video number 1 and 2 before proceeding with this video, and whatever your password is. Okay, don't save it, though it is my machine, I am not saving it. Perfect. So I go to my EC2 and there might be some instances which I had created earlier, I'm not sure. Okay, there are no instances running, and I have this some instance which was created earlier. Web server is the name, so let me see if I can change the name, the tag. So I will be going where? Here, obviously here I can check whatever is the name. What is the name of my server? I can change it to something else. My tag is web server. Okay, let me change it to web server 2, right? So we will have it with a different name. So again, I use a Terraform validate. It makes sense. Currently I don't have any instance here, it's all terminated. So finally I just need to write here Terraform apply, right? So it's going to apply all those things. So it's going to create a security group, it's going to create like your instance, then your web server package will be installed, a volume should be attached and everything. And let me check the key also. Oh, before I proceed, the key I'm using is NN Terraform, right? So that means I should have the key here, which I will have. So let me open one more tab for this particular thing. And oh, just a minute guys. Perfect. And I go to downloads and I do an asterisk.pem. Yeah, I've got this key, so I will be able to do SSH also. Wonderful. Sometimes I don't do stupid things, but mostly I do stupid things. Okay, no problem. Don't try to be perfect, just try to improve. Keep on doing mistakes, keep on learning new things. Unless you are doing mistakes, if you're not doing mistakes, that means you are not doing something new, right? Enough of these one-liners. I'll do just do a Terraform apply. That's all. I apply it, and let's see what's going on. Perfect. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to attaching the volume, the security group, and this everything is created. I'm okay with that, I don't mind, and I just need to press yes here. Perfect. So if everything is working fine, I should be able to see everything configured automatically inside my AWS account. So it's creating the volume, okay, and then it's creating the security group, then it's creating the instance, then it is attaching the volume. See, it's intelligent enough, right? Yep, it is intelligent. Okay, so let's see. In the meanwhile, I can go here and do a refresh. Perfect, I got it. Web server 2 coming up. Let it initialize and then I will come. Just a minute. So the EIP is getting attached. Now, isn't it there is a dependency? Understand this, that the security group should be created first, right? Before it can be attached to the instance. Like the volume should be created first before it can be attached to the instance. So we also need to understand these dependencies. So Terraform has given us a very interesting thing. Okay, first let me check this. This is perfect. So elastic IP is created. So if I just do a copy here, I should be able to access it. Right, that's wonderful. Wow. Right, so then I should be able to see here the elastic IP is there, my security group is attached there, AZ is there, and if I go to my volumes, a volume must be here. Yeah, data wall is there of size 1 GB, and this should be attached to my instance, right? So how can I confirm that? If I just do a SSH to this, all my doubts will be clear. So I click here, connect. I have the key, I have everything, I have got the rights, and the best thing is that I've got internet also. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. I just paste it. Let's see. Yeah, perfect, going right. So I do a sudo su here to get the root rights. Now if I do a fdis-l, I have this instance xvdc of 1 gib is connected to it. So that's wonderful. Everything is working fine. That's great. Now the next thing which I intend to share is that I should be able to use graph. I wanted to show you a very interesting thing, which is the graph. Terraform has got a very wonderful feature to show you the graph. So if I just give the command here Terraform Graph, it will show you the graph, but in not the manner which you expect. See, it shows you the graph that first all these things are created, shape is box, so it shows a dependency that which thing should be created first. So but it's not that visible or not illustrated here, right? So what we can do, we can install a package Graphviz. If I show it to you to make it more sense, if you do a Google here and do a Graphviz, there is a package there which you can install. Here it is, graphical visualization software. I will request you can install it from here, download it from here, source code, the binaries for Linux, for Windows, or because I am using Ubuntu already. So what I can do, I can go to my software center and try installing that, right? So if I go to where, if I go to my software, here it is, Ubuntu software, or I can click here and check the software. Yeah, here it is, software. So if you are using it, so it's checking some updates. I think I might have got updates and all the things. Oh, I'm not interested in doing the updates right now. Just a minute, guys. Okay, shall I install it? Remind me later. I don't want to go for the updates right now. I'll be doing it after once I finish with this video. So if I click on the software center, I can install a package here, Synaptic. So how much time it will take? This is Firefox browser, this will. Okay, if let's do it, then don't mind, it won't take much. It's better to do the updates. So in the meanwhile we can talk. So there is a package there, Graphviz, which will actually helps you a lot in understanding how the Amazon Web Services or any cloud platform is managing these dependencies. And whenever your infrastructure grows beyond a particular point, so this graph feature is definitely going to help you a lot. And another thing which I wanted to share with you, or like all of you, is that you should be more focusing on the cloud things and the automation things. So I can pause it for a while. Once it is done, then I will be doing it again, right? So I'm just pausing it for a while and we'll come back once it is done. Okay, so like it is done. So what I can do now, I can simply go to the software center and will show you how you can use the graph in a much better manner. Click on software here if you are using Ubuntu. Otherwise you can straight away go and download it from their website, which I had shown it to you. This is it, graphviz.org. I've got other options also. So the first thing, I want you to install the Synaptic package manager. That's a wonderful thing. Here it is, install it. It helps you get a lot of packages just in a click. Right, so first install this. This is again a good thing that I hadn't installed it. We can learn that also. Now once it is installed, either you can launch it from here or close it and click on the Synaptics here, right here, Synaptics, here it is, Synaptics package manager, click here. Obviously you need the rights. Okay, so this is one of the easiest manner of installing and managing your applications on Ubuntu. So if I go here and search for Graphviz, let's see. Yeah, here it is. So let me increase it. If you just scroll down a bit here, you will be seeing the Graphviz. Here it is. Click here, click for mark for installation, mark here. Dock, you can also do it if you wish, though it is not required, and just click on apply. That's all. It will give you a prompt that which packages will be installed. I'm okay with that. Click OK, and I will show you how this Graphviz makes that graph much more interesting and makes sense. Otherwise that text which was appearing here was actually making no sense to me. So it's there, it's closed. Now I can close this. Yeah, perfect. I can close this, I can minimize this. Now let's go back to this. Now once I had given this command Terraform Graph, it shows me how the things are dependent on each other. Like the instance depends on the security group, right? Then the security groups depend on the provider. The volume attachment depends that the volume should be created first. This is good, but it's not making sense. So what I'll do, I'll just, instead of using this Terraform Graph command, and let me see if the Graphviz is there. So if I check it again, Graphviz, I think it is there, not a problem. So what I do now is, can I confirm that? Okay, so here I just do a pipe here. I specify a dot node. The type is the PNG that I intend to create a PNG picture, right? And the output can be anything. Say I give graph.png. So it's going to create that picture here, graph.png. Now if I click here, I go to my home, I go to my Terraform folder. This is my graph.png. See how things are beautifully illustrated here. Now understand this. This is how the things are. So the provider, I need the provider. The volume creation has got nothing to do with the instance, right? So these two can be created in parallel. First the security group need to be created, then the instance need to be created, then the EIP need to be attached, right? And first the volume need to be created, and then the volume can be attached. See here. But this step is not dependent on the instance, so they can run in parallel, but the attachment can be done only once the instance is there. So this is a dependency here, right? This is not a dependency. So in this manner, the graph features is amazing in Terraform and will really help you a lot in doing the troubleshooting, or when your network or your infra grows beyond a point. It's really interesting, right? So I hope you have found the video quite interesting, and I will be coming soon with our next video on something very interesting. Till then, please do this. Bye bye, take care, Godspeed.